It's just where we are in it. Here we go. Okay. I don't know why this hat just look cricket as heck, but whatever. I'm just flowing with it, guys. Thugging it out. That's what we doing right now. Don't mind my hair or whatever, but of course I don't want to be on here looking all crazy. But this hat for some reason would not be straight. But anyway, okay, and so just let you know, it is unconstitutional for anyone to give you some other rights that they violate. The right to assemble, we read that one. Due process, they do not give you due process in these things, and this is why anytime that you are served with any type of jurisdiction, any type of child support obligation papers, you must respond within 2 days, 48 hours. You need to be responding, and your response will gonna always be a jurisdictional document, affidavit of truth. You don't have you don't have subject matter jurisdiction over me. You don't have personal jurisdiction over me. I am a private individual. I am not a citizen. I'm not a slave. I'm not this. I'm not a constitutional. I'm not a statutory. I'm not your employee. I'm not under your authority. I'm not under your jurisdiction. And you let these people know and put them on notice who you are, and that is a jurisdictional document. So when you hear me say jurisdictional document, and yeah, I have some free jurisdictional documents, but my powerful ones, the ones that I use, the ones that will shut your ass down, the ones that they will make them take you fucking serious and quick, I do charge for those. And I am a business, but I give out a lot of content for absolutely free. But my time and my commitment, I'm dedicated to this. This is part of my destiny, who I am. But so unfortunately, there are certain things that are for free, and I give my time, I give my energy, I invest in my community, I invest in you guys, but I also charge as well. I do run a business, and it's not as much as what these attorneys will charge you, and because a lot of my customers come to me after they done paid 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and incurring debt with an attorney, and they still have gotten nowhere. So I don't even charge you nowhere near an attorney would charge you. So if you don't complain when they tell you to leave that retainer that is unconstitutional, that is just like an offering to them, that holds them legally liable to do absolutely nothing for you, don't complain about the prices that I have, when it's going to get you free and it's going to make you free. And that's just what they do, because this is not legal advice. I don't give legal advice. I do not, these processes that I do does not, anything that I'm telling you is for educational purposes only. You are responsible for, and you're responsible to do your own due diligence. I'm just telling you what works for me, what worked for me, and what worked for other people that I know, and what, so mind you that I evoke all my rights and waive absolutely none at any time, period. Habeas corpus, imprisonment for debt. No person shall be imprisoned for debt except in cases of fraud. But we know that it's a lie, because what do? If you don't pay the child support, if you don't pay, they writ of bodily attachment is what they will attach to you. They also do enforcement of motion for civil contempt, enforcement, so forth, and all of that, which is basically putting you in debt, putting you in jail for a debt. Now check this out. Now you guys, they also what they can't do, administrative penalties. No administrative agency, this is section 18, except the Department of Military Affairs in an appropriate convened court martial action as provided by law, shall impose a sentence of imprisonment, nor shall it impose any other penalty except as provided by law. What does that mean? That means they're putting you under martial law. That's how they're able to even arrest you and do all that bullshit that they do, because they're taking you out of that. They're putting it's under martial law. Do you hear that bullshit? Administrative penalties. No administrative agency except the Department of Military Affairs in an appropriately convened court martial action as provided by law shall impose a sentence of imprisonment, nor shall it impose any other penalty except as provided by law. This is how powerful this stuff is, guys. And when I do any process, I don't just do it to one person. I'm gonna file it into the court. I'm gonna file, but I'm gonna build evidence. I'm gonna build my case, and this is how I win. I don't really stick to this is why, of course, certain things that you do need to have the secure party process, because that gives you the legal authority to operate in the public and be secured in the private. And so yeah, you want to do that, but that you don't need to have that done to do this. I wasn't a creditor when I did this process, and I didn't do it in that capacity. I did this. This is how you win with the Constitution and your rights, knowing who you are. This is just how you win this part, guys. You can do it. It's very basic. All you need to understand is who you are, and you're under God's law and not their fictitious bullshit. You're not a fiction. You need to understand that part. You need that. That's the spiritual parts of this. Costs. They shouldn't be charging you to file anything into any case. No person shall be charged. This is section 19. With a crime shall be compelled to pay costs before judgment or conviction has been final. But if you use their forms, this is why I said never use their forms. They're not supposed to be charging you for their, for this. This is bullshit, you guys. You got to understand this. Habeas corpus. The writ of habeas corpus shall be granted of right freely and without cost. It shall be returnable without delay and shall never be suspended unless in case of rebellion or invasion. Suspension is essential to the public safety. Now, sometimes you do have to get to this point where you file a habeas corpus. I never had to do that. But maybe you can, because it's a process. It's like habeas corpus is supposed to be when you are actually in jail, but the whole process of them denying you your rights to your child, denying you, they have this action against you, it's unjust, and sometimes you may have to file in habeas corpus. And so, but the way that I do it, you may not have to be there. But if you have other stuff going on, like sometimes I've seen people have to do it. I don't know anybody personally that I've dealt with, but some other states are crazy. So like anyway, and costs, we got to, and the right of privacy. Every natural person has the right to be let alone and free from governmental intrusion into the person's private life, except as otherwise provided herein. This section shall not be construed to limit the public rights to access to public records and meetings as provided by law. Now, this is why when I say when you're going through something abusive, and you're going through dealing with a narcissist and people who are trying to control you, and very abusive, you have a right to privacy. And that they use their attorneys, because attorneys hire these people, private agencies, or sometimes they do it themselves to keep up with your social security number, see where you live at, and they feed this information to that person, so this person has lawfully ways to like keep up with you, even if you have an injunction order. And so that's why I say you can't trust the law. You have to take the law into your own hands and govern your own affairs. It's very, very important, you guys.